What do you hope comes from this?
This is what's coming from it. The change is here.
I just believe that we should be able to choose, what goes in my son's body, and we should be able to say yes or say no, and that government shouldn't choose that for us.
I don't like random things just going into my body without my consent.
And President Trump planning a visit to Kenosha, Wisconsin, as the city reels in the wake of a police shooting that triggered protests and riots.
And we're taking a break from summer heat. I'll let you know for how much longer. Your forecast coming up.
First on 12 News, now at 11, it's safe. That's what Governor Gina Raimondo said today when making her announcement about reopening schools. Good evening, I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Hegy. For hours after the governor's announcement, it was eerily quiet from superintendents and school committee members. But late tonight, some of their plans have started trickling out. 12 News reporter Erica Ricci is live in East Providence with more. Erica?
All right, guys, so in Pawtucket, it looks like they're doubling down on their distance learning plan that the school committee approved last week, intending to only bring back pre-K and kindergarten kids. Over in Cranston, all of the 3 proposed models there are hybrid models. The school committee will be voting on that in Cranston on Wednesday. And when I spoke with the vice chair of the Cumberland School Committee tonight, it doesn't sound like they're going to be seeing every student every day there either.
You have the green light to open September 14th for a full in-person school, and it is our expectation and hope that that is what you will do.
It was the announcement parents and educators were anxiously awaiting, but perhaps not what many were expecting.
The governor has basically said, you can do whatever you want. You are safe to open fully if you feel that that is the right thing for your district.
So the ball is back in the court of the districts to decide how they will reopen.
Will it be 100% of the students 5 days a week in every single school? That's highly unlikely.
The governor suggested a phased reopening with the goal of having all students back in class by October 13th, with distance learning options still available to any families who request it. So now the ball bounces to the school committees to propose and vote on reopening plans. Many have scheduled meetings for this week to do just that, including Cumberland, who voted just last week to start the school year virtually.
I think what we need to do this week is get into the details of how do we really get to a reopening, phased in reopening.
In the middle of her address on Monday, the governor paused to speak directly to private schools.
Any private school that wishes to reopen for full in-person learning is cleared to do so.
We had decided to do that some time ago, so it was just kind of affirming, yes, we're ready to go.
And Tuesday's the big day. West Bay Christian Academy in North Kingstown is where Dr. David Greenalch is the head of school. He says they're ready for day one.
A lot of work behind the scene to get the school ready, but meeting with the staff today, ready to go tomorrow. We've had wonderful parents buy picnic tables and paint picnic tables. Teachers are thinking creatively how to take advantage of being outdoors.
That's a suggestion of the governor. The school has heeded many of them, Dr. Greenalch says, and she has vowed her support to them, to all schools.
If you need a hand, call us.
Okay, and so within the last 10 minutes, we've also heard back from Central Falls. You remember, they're one of 2 districts in the state that the governor did not give the green light to reopen, Providence being the other, because the number of coronavirus cases per 100,000 people in those districts is still too high. Central Falls saying they are still working with the state right now to get further clarification before finalizing their reopening plans. Of course, as these plans come in, we're going to post them to our website, WPRI.com, so be sure and check it frequently as it's constantly updated. That's the latest now live in East Providence. Erica Ricci, 12 News. All right.
In Boston, dozens of parents converged in front of the Rhode Island State House right here, at the State House, I should say, right here, to protest the new stu-flu mandate that we first reported. This is in Massachusetts. The Department of Public Health recently required students of all ages in public or private schools and colleges to receive mandatory flu shots. The health department says it's an important step to reduce flu-related illness and the overall impact of respiratory illness during the COVID-19 pandemic.